Alright, what's going on here? Oh, so here it is. It's season 5 of Ninja Turtles, or should I say Tales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, as I mentioned before, they're changing the title, they're changing the formula up a little. So, what Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is going to do is that it's actually going to have these stories that are going to continue off of each other and then be more standalone from other stories. And I am kind of curious to see if we're gonna get like maybe some stories that's supposed to take place like before season 4 ends, or you know, maybe even before the even series started and everything, before they meet April and that kind of stuff. That would actually be really cool if they did that. It would be really reminiscent of the comic series Tales of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Before I get into the episode, scroll of the Demodragon, I do want to mention that we have heard some news, and we heard about almost like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I can't remember now. So 2018.
Go of the dragon. Don't touch that.
So in 2018, we're gonna get another Ninja Turtle series, which is going to be called Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it's actually going to be a 2D animated series. That's as far as we know. We don't know if this is going to use the same actors, is going to use the same style, or even be in the same universe. But with this news, this season is probably going to be the very last season, which we did see like the writing on the wall. As I mentioned before, it was from 11 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Sundays. I mean, and don't forget about that whole mess in season 3 where they just kept changing the schedule from Fridays to Sundays. I really don't know why it's not on Saturdays, especially since they air Power Rangers on Saturdays, and I really do think that Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers kind of like pair up really good together because they're going for the same audience. But I'm not in charge of one of the highest watched networks in cable television, so obviously they have decisions and they made it and they have reasons for it. To be honest, I don't know if Nickelodeon's still the highest watched cable network TV, but that is their decisions. In a separate video, I'm gonna go over what I think Rise of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is gonna be. So look forward to that if you guys want to see my reactions. But you know what? Let's get back into season 5 of Tales of Ninja Turtles. We have a brand new opening. And like the song is different and everything. Before, when they changed the opening days, you just change like little things. The start of season 4, we had like that whole like in space like intro, but like this time we have this jazz style music that goes in, and it really reminds me of the Cowboy Bebop opening, especially with how they do the colors. And I actually really like what they do with the colors because like they separate out by the turtles colors, and that jazz music that goes with it. It was actually really cool. Now, if you watch the episode online or you have the DVD already, the end theme, the end credits is still the same credits. But if you're watching, if you saw the episode on Nickelodeon, you probably won't even know that because of the way Nickelodeon does when they just don't air the actual credits. Instead they put the show and then put the credits over it, so that way they don't get kids to turn the channel when SpongeBob is about to come on, or whatever show. I think they even have Loud House. That's whatever. So in here we see that the turtles, they actually are fighting a new type of enemy, and it's like these guys with these hoods and green eyes, and we really don't get that much information about them and everything. In fact, when they ask about it, like in the episode, they just get turned around and say, "Oh, it's too complicated for your feeble minds and everything. Oh,
Sekolah, datara,
what are you doing, Raphael?
sekolah.
Obviously Raphael's trying to imitate one of those hooded enemies. Unlike the foot soldiers and like the robots and some of the other like henchmen that the turtles have fought in the past, these guys actually give the turtles a hard time, and they actually have a tough time fighting them. Now I'm kind of wondering if like maybe later on they're going to be already like really easy henchmen to fight, and they just get stronger later on. We'll also find that out hopefully in the future episodes to come. What I do kind of wonder, because they're going after the scroll for the Demodragon, and I kind of wonder if maybe they're also like part dragon and that kind of stuff. And you know, it would actually be really cool, and a really cool callback was if these guys were actually the rank. And if you guys don't know who the rank are, the rank were the henchmen for the Dragon Lord in Ninja Turtles Next Mutation. We don't get too many Next Mutation references already, so that part of me I'm kind of hoping for something like that. Hopefully we get more backstory with them. Something else I actually forgot to. What?
It's the dragon egg.
It's not a dragon egg. It's an Easter egg. Look.
Raphael gave it to me. It's the dragon egg.
So something I forgot to mention, because I had so much to talk about for season 4, the season 4 finale, is that in there Casey Jones gets a new face mask, and it's actually kind of black, kind of metallic and everything. It really reminds me of Dr. Doom, and especially when he puts his hood up, it gives me that whole Dr. Doom kind of vibe. And it really does remind me of the 2007 movie mask that he wears towards the end of the movie, which is actually pretty cool. I'm kind of glad to see that he's still wearing that mask, especially since that mask is more kind of reminiscent, except for the color of the original Casey Jones mask, which is actually pretty cool. So the leader for these new henchmen kind of people, we see him, he kind of has like this robe and everything. He does get revealed to be someone we're very familiar with. I'm gonna keep that part secret for you guys, but talk about it in the next one. But he does call upon a brand new enemy. And you know what? Speaking of Raphael with his chant over there, yeah. So the way that the enemies and the cult leader chants and everything, it's these words. It's these like kind of like ominous words and everything. Now during it, when he's about to call in the dragon, all of a sudden he shouts out Naruto, and I'm 100% sure that is a direct reference to the anime series Naruto, and which was actually like really cool. Now, the other words, maybe there's some other anime or other characters in there. I'm not 100% sure. If you guys know, I'm actually kind of curious. I like just right offhand, I couldn't really tell. They go and they summon a brand new enemy, and this is actually not only new for this series, it's actually new for Ninja Turtles animation in general. His name is Cavaxis. And well, that name's not really going to be that familiar to hardcore Ninja Turtle fans, as that name's actually new for this character, but he is actually based off of Hothead. And in fact, Michelangelo actually calls him that.
He's such a hothead!
And in fact, I'm pretty sure if Michelangelo has his naming conventions, you know, it's been a while since he named somebody.
His name is cracking.
Is cracking? Okay, whatever. But if Michelangelo had his own way, I'm pretty sure this character would actually be named a hothead himself in this series. But it's a really cool reference what they do in that scene. Now, as I said, Hothead has never been in Ninja Turtles animation before. Now, we've had dragons. We've had dragons in Ninja Turtles, in other Ninja Turtle series and everything. I mentioned before Dragon Lord from Next Mutation. He was actually a really main enemy, and he actually took over the Shredder in that show and everything. To be honest, I was kind of surprised they didn't go with him. The other one I'm actually really surprised that they didn't go with was actually Draco from the 2003 series, because he's also red, and he also has like wings. And so I'm actually surprised they went with a more obscure character. And the only reason I actually remember who this character is, I believe he had his own action figure. I'm not 100% sure about that, but he was in the NES Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter game. And I believe he was also in the Archie Ninja Turtle comics. I'm not 100% sure about that one either. But I do remember he was in the NES Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter game. And one of the big reasons I actually remember about that is, so back in the day when Blockbuster was a thing, they had this video game championship tournament and everything. My brother and I, we decided to enter in and everything. And one of the games, the SNES Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters game, we never actually played this game before, so we were going to actually rent it from Blockbuster. That was gone. That was already all rented out, probably because a lot of people were renting it for the video game tournament. So we decided to rent the NES version, and I actually got really good with Hothead, only to find out that Hothead was not in the SNES version. I believe it's only in the NES version. I don't think Genesis has it, because each version had their own separate characters and everything, and not all of them went into each other. And that was just such a devastating thing. I did not do well at all for that. And I'm going to just only blame that.
I'm warming the egg.
You're warming the egg? So Cravaxis, he is actually a typical dragon. He has fire breath. He's big and scary, and probably one of the best things about him is he's actually voiced by Mark Hamill.
I will burn you and the rest of these abominations to ash.
And if you guys don't know who Mark Hamill is, you've got to turn that geek card in right now. Not only was he Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, but he also voiced a lot of other characters. He's actually a pretty big voice actor. The voice director of the series is Andrea Romano. So it's not, and she has worked with Mark Hamill a lot of times in other projects. And probably the biggest one that they work together with is Batman the Animated Series, where he was the voice of the Joker, and still my favorite Joker of all time. They also worked together in Avatar. He was Lord Ozai. So just to let you know, that's Raphael. He does sound like Joker in Lord Ozai, and most of his other voice work characters, especially when he plays the bad guy with that big commanding voice, which is actually really cool. And this is actually the first time we've actually had Mark Hamill do a voice for Ninja Turtles. Overall, this is a great start to the season and a great start to this story. We do see that at the end it's going to go into something bigger, which I cannot wait for. What about you, Michelangelo? What did you think about this episode?
I just think that dragon was so scary. I have to take care of this.
You're gonna take care of the dragon? Michelangelo, this is an Easter egg.
It's because it's circular, natural, and makes the dragon come.
Michelangelo, Raphael is pulling a prank on you. Look, it's empty. It's an Easter egg. We haven't. Look, Easter is like in a few weeks anyway.
It doesn't even have chocolate.
No.
All
right. Let me know what you guys think about Tales, the first episode of Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What you guys think of Acrobaxis. Let me know if you guys are also excited for season 5. All right. You know, I actually want to hear about your opinions about Rise in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which should be coming next year. And I want to know what's your theories on it. All right, till next time, guys. All right, see ya.
Jump. If you liked this video, put a thumbs up for the Bunny Mikey and subscribe to my channel. It's a long time you didn't subscribe. And I sit on this egg to make it work. Stay subscribe. Stay subscribe. Subscribe. I know you're smiling. Bye.